Douglas Murray slams Glastonbury crowd and highlights the complete hypocrisy of the left. So it's this big music festival, and it is not. When you see pictures of the crowd, it's mainly it's Gen X and above, and it's a very middle class music festival. So it's a lot of civil service people whose livelihood depends on the government. So of course they're always going to be in favor of liberal policies about big government. They're just kind of reflexively progressive in everything. They haven't spent 3 seconds thinking about the effects or the consequences of their beliefs, but they just do. It's just where they live. It's where they exist. It's their milieu, right? Just this kind of nice middle class, upper middle class, and civil servant ecosystem. And so when things like this happen, hold on, when stuff like this happens, they just reflexively back it. So let's see. Glastonbury, the UK's biggest music festival, over 200,000 in attendance. And when you see the crowd, which is 100% white, by the way, 100% white progressive leftist, they just go along with it. They just reflexively recognize this as something they should be for. Perhaps it relieves them of some sort of guilt over their own lives. Perhaps, I don't know why, but let's take a look.
Free, 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 free. All right, but have you heard this one, though? Death to the IDF, death to the...
There's a lot of gray hairs in here, all shouting that, all chanting that. I just find it weird. It's kind of depressing. These are just a bunch of drones, right? They are just happy to just kind of, whatever demands are made of them, whatever kind of shallow and easy demands are made of them by progressivism, they just go with it because it's just safe. It's safe. It's the safest thing in the world for them to chant. Also, this singer Bob Vylan performs his new song, Heard You Want Your Country Back, shut the fuck up, at Britain's largest music festival, Glastonbury. So he's saying to these people in the crowd, you've lost your country. It belongs to me now, and you can't have it back, and I'm laughing at you. And of course, they love it because they're morons.
Heard you want your country back. Ha! Shut the fuck up!
Now, aside from the fact that they seem to have missed the rap rock boat by about 30 years, you're going to sit there and cheer. And I mean, look at these people. What are these? Are these young revolutionaries? Are these? No, these are a bunch of middle class, middle age civil servants enjoying very much the diversity on stage, telling them that they've lost their country and they're not getting it back, and now it belongs to him. Have you ever seen anything more pathetic? Have you ever seen anything more pathetic? This is just the death of Western civilization, isn't it? Isn't it? The stupidity. When the Western world is a shithole, these are the people that we are responsible. This guy here, what is he? Is he a young rebel? Is he a punk? No. What is he, like 60? Which is half the, look, here's like an old lady there, right? The boomer crusade is something that's fascinating, and it's happening all across the Western world. But when the West is a shithole, when Europe is a shithole, okay, and these people are afraid to leave their houses, their apartments, they will be to blame for it because they invited this upon themselves. And they, not only that, they celebrated it with a smug sense of superiority over the people trying to warn them. Don't hand your country over to a bunch of race communists. It won't work out well. But let's get back to Douglas Murray on Glastonbury here. Let's take a look.
Glastonbury is an exceptionally well-protected site. It calls for...
Oh, by the way, yeah, Glastonbury, there's a huge fence around it. It's to keep people out, amazingly. Isn't that interesting?
borderless world, but has the strictest borders around it to prevent the plebs who don't have hundreds and hundreds of pounds to spend from being able to get in. If there's one thing that signals the depravity of that worldview, not much more than 18 months ago, a music festival like that had hundreds of Hamas terrorists come into it and, as I recount in the book and from first-hand testimony, go and rape women and gang rape girls and shoot them in the jaw and shoot them in the genitals and murder and torture and abduct. And that happened at a music festival. And as I say, one has to resist the temptation of thinking this. But maybe the only thing that would ever wake up people like these moral reprobates at Glastonbury is if that happened to them and their friends. And how would they feel if it did? If people around the world supported the people who did that to them? And I pray God they never have to discover the consequences of their own semi-thought.
I'm sure the irony was completely lost on the 200,000 imbeciles. What he's saying here is completely valid, right? Like, we know what, like, Hamas is about. We know what it's about. We actually do know what global intifada is about. It's about exactly what happened October 7th, but everywhere. So we know exactly. The question at this point is, I mean, I think the United States accepted, because I think the United States has seen the fork in the road and taken the right path. But, Europe, is it too stupid to survive? That's the question. I mean, of course, there are many, many people there that see the dangers ahead that they're already in, right? But is there just enough of them? Are there too many imbeciles? Are there too many just reflexive empathy people, suicidal empathy people? I don't know. We will find out. It's entirely possible that there are too many of those people. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.